or can look at your book and how everything looks. So I am a Yale customer, and yeah, I'm going to engage. I'm also going to go things up.
So do you want me to start all the way from like personal story?
Yeah, I want to see how you, that's a big part that I want to see. Like, so you just walked in and I'm like, you know, we sat down. I definitely want to see that. So we just sat down.
I've already built record.
No, that's what you're doing. You just, you got to my house. I just walked you inside and we just sat down at the table. All right, so what are you going to show me?
Okay, so I'm going to show you a little presentation, but first, do you mind if I tell you a little bit about me?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. So I am an FFA student. My freshman year, I raised a lamb, didn't do so hot with that, so I decided to go on to steers. It was a big jump, but it was the best jump I ever made. So my sophomore year, I got a steer. We named him Booger, and I got first in class and 5th overall, placed 5th out of 67, so that's absolutely amazing. I didn't expect to do that well being a first year, but after that, I was like, I have to do this. It was amazing. It's an amazing opportunity. I learned responsibilities. It's also a business side of it because I have to keep up with all my receipts. I have to do taxes on those and everything. But this year I have Burnt Biscuit Bubba. We've done absolutely outstanding together. I'm super stoked about show this year in February. Haven't had a show where I haven't done well at. Judges tell me all the time this is going to be a champion, so I'm super stoked. And I'm also involved in a club called Prayer Warriors. Me and my friends, we have a Bible study. And so we got together. We were like, we really need to bring this to school because in high school, that's just where kids go off the boards doing crazy stuff. And so we want to get the Lord involved in their life. And so in the mornings, we'll have worship. We'll have prayers, any prayer requests anybody has. So it's just kind of getting our day started off good. And then after school, we've written letters to kids at MD Anderson. We've also written to their parents, just letting them know we're praying for them and we're standing behind them to this tough fight. And then I also have a brother. He's super amazing, definitely really close. He's in college right now playing baseball. At Bossier, and he also just got 3 other offers from Kansas University, Newman University. I can't remember the last one, but then I have my mom, super amazing, definitely look up to her. She's outstanding. She works super hard. Definitely the hardest working woman I've ever come across. She's definitely who drives me because I know whenever you work hard, you get good results, and so that's why I work so hard working for Cutco. But Kathy, do you mind if I share some of my goals with you?
Absolutely.
So I do have a goal of going to Texas Tech University to become a teacher. And so through teaching, I want to teach kids the right way to learn curricular. And I also want to show them how to have fun in school. And so through that,
do you know what you want to teach?
Yes, algebra. I want to teach 10th and 11th graders. It's very specific. But if I have the opportunity to, I want to teach K-level students. Just want to be with that higher level, and they're the ones that want to try and get far in schooling. But after I teach for a couple of years and learn what students need to get the right curricular and to know how to have fun in class, I want to get onto the Board of Education to ensure that happens all across the board, and that schools have the right staff to show students how to do those things. But my main focus will be low-income schooling because a lot of times those students don't have the love and support they need at home to know that they can get anywhere and everywhere that they want in life and no goal is too big.
How did you get into that? How did you decide you wanted to be on the Board of Education, and how did you specify like low income? Where did that come from?
So the low income came from me personally. I am from a really small town, Defuniak Springs, Florida, and so I see like being in a small town, not having really anything to do, and just coming from a family that none of them have went to college, that you can definitely go the wrong direction. I've seen kids that have so much potential and they just get in the wrong crowd. They don't have the drive that they need from who they live with and who's supporting them. And so I want to make sure that the people that they're surrounded by, which they're teachers in the classroom, ensure that they can make it out of those kind of places. And then I decided I wanted to become a teacher just in middle school because I just love showing other people. I love seeing that light bulb with people. My 7th grade year, my algebra teacher, it was geometry in middle school. He would have a day to where on Fridays that anybody could teach a lesson. And so I loved doing that. And so that's where I saw like I loved to do that. And so now I'm in a program called Ready, Set, Teach. Last semester I taught 5th graders. And this semester I'm teaching 3rd graders, teaching math and science for them. So that's really where I learned that I want to be a teacher, and just teaching middle school, that's how I know. I mean, teaching elementary, that's how I know I want to teach high school. Elementary kids are great, but there's a little too much. But through Cutco, I can win a All-American scholarship, and that's what I'm working super hard toward. And I can also win a President's Club letter, which will look outstanding on my resume. But Kathy, since I just started, do you mind if I read my manual?
That's fine.
Awesome. So like I said on the phone, you don't have to get anything. But if you see something you like, you can get it today. Not only would you be getting a great product, but you would be helping me out too. Cutco is awesome. You can buy sets or pieces, and we have tons of accessories and gifts. We also have interest-free monthly investment options. So you don't have to pay for it all at once. We do have an exciting new partnership with Utopian Coffee, which is the Cutco coffee. Just so I know, do you cook because you have to, like to, or love to?
Probably a combination of have to and love to. I really do love, but sometimes I'm just going and then I'm like, oh, I have to cook because I like to eat healthy. So
awesome.
Combo.
You're going to love Cutco.
Yeah.
We definitely have an option for everybody.
Pause. Awesome job on part 1.
Mhm.
So this, by the way, phenomenal job with just like you're really good at following the manual, and that makes me even more excited about you being able to run an office because literally like I have a manual, like
Yeah.
you can read it and you can read through it, and I'm the same way. Like give me a script and I can read right through it and make it sound like really natural and just like go. Especially after I practice it. But this here, as you're going through, I want you to be able to tie in more, and we'll talk about like your dream job and what you want to do and how this is benefiting you to get there.
Gotcha.
So you want to connect. So why are you doing Cutco? Because it's like, so why are you selling knives? You know, why do you want to win scholarship? So it's like, oh, you know, is it because I want to help my mom pay for school? She works so hard to give me stuff, and so I want to be able to like help her for school and with scholarships and not put so much on her. Like she's a single mom and she's done. I mean, she works her butt off for my brother and I, and to give us everything that we need and more. You know, and so I want to be able to help her out, and I want to like just do everything I can to stand out, resume wise, business wise, because you know who knows. And I was sure too, like. Who knows, like if I'm running my own tutoring company one day, or, you know, I have my own business with that, if I'm teaching teachers, you know, like being on like the board of education. And so just getting a lot of really cool skills, networking, communicating with different types of people. Obviously I do a lot of that with FFA, but with this, it's in a different way, you know, and I'm really getting a chance to network a lot, you know, with 30 to 60-year-old moms, and really the same group I'll be talking to when I'm talking to moms, you know, of the kids. So really getting comfortable with presenting myself and connecting with that age group. So that's the gap you're missing, is so how does this benefit your future long-term? Cool. It was very blocked out. It was like, here's about me, here's my goals. But like this all needs to flow a little better. It was very blocked. And I know it's blocked in there because people are brand new, but like you can flow with it. So let me do this for you, being you, all right? So when I started, I'm like, oh my gosh, so thank you so much for letting me come over. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate your time. I know there's like probably a million other things you can be doing right now. So I just want to say thank you so much for just taking time out, all right? You didn't even say thank you like that. So you want to make them feel really good and make them feel really appreciated. Cool? Okay, got it. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out, because I know moms are so busy, so I really, really appreciate it. Be like, and did Julie tell you anything about you, or did my mom say anything like about what I'm involved with school? And like, oh, not really. I'm like, okay. So quick about me. So I'm actually a junior right now at I'm in FFA right now, and I've been for 2 years, 3 years. How many years have you been in FFA?
This will be my third
year. Cool. So I'm in my 3rd year of FFA right now. Started off small, little lamb, didn't work out so hot, but now doing really awesome. You talked about that a lot, and that doesn't play as big of a role of all this, but you want to talk about that and be like, talk more about like what FFA does for you. So it's like, started as little with the lamb, be like, then I had Booger, he was great. You're like, and now I have this one, he's doing awesome. Be like, but what I love about FFA, because what they care about is what you love about FFA. So it's like, because I've learned so much about time management, I've had to learn negotiation, I've had to learn responsibility. I actually balance my like I have to keep receipts. I actually help sell the steer, like all this stuff. And so I've learned so many incredible things already with FFA. It's been really, really cool on a foundation of how to like present myself, and do basic business. And I learned a lot of business stuff. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do FFA. I wouldn't be able to do any of that for my mom. My mom's just absolutely incredible. It's like just tying each thing in. It's like, and then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this. Tie it all in. So so FFA. So about me, I'm a junior, currently my third year FFA. Absolutely love it. Learned so much. Started with this, went here, to this year, and I would do that. You don't need to go through the whole background. It's like started with a lamp, then I have this, then I have one now that's just been. It's been amazing, and like I'm so excited to see the results that happen this next month. But honestly, none of that would be possible without like support and like love I've gotten from my mom. Like she's incredible, like single mom who busts her butt for my brother and I. Like my brother's amazing, crazy. He's in college, has all these scholarships, plays sports. But like both of us have always worked really hard because our mom worked so hard for us. Like, she's been such a great example and inspiration, but also like I don't want to let her down. Like I want to like really show her that like her sacrifices were worth it. So as far as career, this, and I actually talk about like why I'm working with Cutco. I'm like, so I'm working with Cutco. I actually randomly found out about it. Their friend recommended it.
Yeah.
So I randomly found out about it. My friend recommended me to the job. I have no idea what it was, but when I went in, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing because I can actually help pay for school. I'm able to learn even more business stuff. And this company actually has an opportunity that I can run my own business, as a student. With a quarter of they sell $260 million a year. So a company that's doing $250,000, me at 18 years old, being able to run my own business with the company. And I love that because long term, I know that I want to teach, but I really want to make an impact in education at the highest level I can. And so being able to network and connect with so many different types of people working with Cutco, being able to ask for the people that I want to meet, from the different schools and associations, being able to talk to moms all the time, which as a teacher, I'm going to be dealing with parents all the time and getting really, really comfortable talking to moms. I'm really stoked about that. My dream job is to be on the board of education, teaching teachers how to be the best teachers. Right now I'm currently and Ready Set Teach. So I'm teaching, it's a program that they have for students and really teaching me that. And I want to work with lower income. I've seen a lot of my friends make dumb decisions, get with the wrong crowds, people that didn't have the resources, weren't able to achieve at the levels. And I really want to be able to support and help those people. So right now I'm studying and going to be, an algebra teacher. I want to teach high school, but long term I want to be on the board of education. And who knows, maybe I'll have my own tutoring company. Maybe I'll have a whole program where I educate teachers on how to be amazing teachers, different cool certifications that it's a different style of teaching. I know there were classes where I was bored out of my mind, and then I had teachers that really were amazing and inspired me. And I want to be one of those. So I love this company because they give you opportunity based on your attitude and on your work effort, not based on how old you are or how long you've been with the company. I've been with the company 2 weeks and already 3 weeks. I'm on my third week, and there's so many opportunities that have unfolded because of the skills I got from my mom of work ethic, and being able to work great with people. And they reward that. They reward that if they don't say, oh, you're a junior in high school. They go, wow, you're a butt kicker. You're motivated, you're focused, you're goal oriented, you're driven. We want to work with you. And I love that because in other jobs, they'd be like, oh, you're a junior in high school. They might not take you as serious. And here I am working for a $250 million a year company that I'm having so many opportunities given. So anyway, I know I talked a lot about all that, but I just feel super, super blessed to be have found this so random through my friend. I already had great things going with FFA, and this right here, combining it, it's just awesome. So I can't wait. Right now, I'm really looking to stand out this spring win a scholarship. So I can put on my resume that I was top 50 out of 20,000 students across the nation. And I can also earn, make sure they earn and solidify a spot to actually do an entrepreneurship internship. So this summer I could actually run my own business for the summer. And how cool is that to put on my resume that at 18, I got to do that. So your taking time for me is something that can really, go a long way and is going a long way. So again, I really appreciate you and what you're doing. So this right here is actually my scholarship that I was telling you about. And then, my goal is to be right here and be like, oh, this is me. I need to put a picture of myself right there. Yeah, so this is me. I'm just kidding, not yet. But that's where I want to get to, so I'm really excited. And then this is, so you don't have goal stuff. We need to get your goal stuff. So you want to have a thermometer. And so I'll put thermometer with demos and with sales. And I'll say, so my goal is to do.
It's at the very beginning.
Well, that's your fast start, but now we need to get one
real,
for like for the spring.
Gotcha.
So you want to say, so this is my goal for the spring. So my goal is to complete 100 appointments this spring. So basically it comes out to about 8 a week. Is what I need to complete at a minimum around everything else I have. And I'm going to be training, for the internship. And so we'll get all those papers for you. But every appointment I do, I get credit to do it. So I know I've said thanks. I'll say thanks again. I really appreciate it. Then this is my sales goal. My sales goal is to sell $25,000 minimum this spring. Now the class has started. So $35,000 total from when we were on Christmas break. And basically, if I get this done, this is going to happen, So I'm just looking for nice people like you to take time out, and I'll talk to you about that later. This is my sponsorship. Like, so with sales, by the way, I do get paid to do it. So there's no obligation to get anything, but keep a lookout. Because if you see anything you might need for like birthdays, weddings, Mother's Day, Father's Day, anything coming up in the next 6 to 12 months that you'd be willing to get now versus later, one, I'm going to make sure you get the best deals, but two, it helps me so much for my goals. So it's going somewhere good, not just to like Katie Mills Mall, or not just to the outlets. So you could buy cool stuff at the outlets, but here you're helping young person. I'm like, but keep a lookout. Like I said, I get paid just to do it, but keep a lookout. So if you do need anything for future things that you'd be willing to get now, it would be awesome. And then this is my sponsorship. This actually has nothing to do with sales. I'll tell you about that later. Oh, look, there's your friend Julie. But I'll tell you about that later. Cool?
I need to put people on there.
Yep, that's why you're not getting the works. That's why you have no works. I'm looking at this right now. Joseph, from his first day, he had all his filled out, and he had books of people to call. So do you talk about the sponsorship? Because I didn't hear you say anything about it. You're about to talk about the company. So
I don't bring that up until the end.
You plant the seed here. You reap it at the end.
Got it.
So you got to plant it here. So it's like, oh yeah. So we put the people on here. And you're like, oh, there's some people that have sponsored me so far. And then they're like, awesome. And on the top, I have like free way to help me, whatever. Cool. All right. So let me tell you about Cutco. So you've never heard of Cutco before?
No.
And then I go into there. All right.
Okay.
But just so you can see it. That's why I'm recording, so you could re-listen to this.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So before we begin, I'm going to need your favorite serrated edge knife and your favorite straight edge knife, and then your favorite steak knife. We'll also need a shiny penny as well as food to cut up and to snack on. So today I'll tell you why Cutco is the top selling American-made brand in the U.S., and then we'll take a look at our product line and then review prices and specials at the end. Kathy, I do only work through referrals, so I hope you like me and Cutco enough to tell your friends about me. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company. So since 1949, all Cutco knives have been made in the United States in our factory in Olean, New York. Everything is guaranteed forever, so obviously it does cost more. We sell over $200 million worth of Cutco annually, have over 16 million customers. And you may have seen us on TV shows like Modern Marvels and Made in America. It's one of the only products you can buy once, use every day, and never have to replace, so obviously it does cost more. Cutco is a proud producer of many K-bar knives used by both military and law enforcement agents. We make the knives that protect our country, so obviously they are high grade.
I'm going to pause you. I know you're going through perfect. So I'd say you want to slow down a little bit. I'd highlight main words on there so you can just be more confident. At this point, a lot of this already.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to word for word, but you want to get conscious. I'm like, oh yeah, we've been around since 1949. Everything's made in New York. We actually have 16 million customers, and we sell last year we sold $260 million.
Yeah.
So we actually make the knives of your country K-bar. So that's really cool. Everything's super high quality, so obviously it's not cheap, and it's all guaranteed forever, and so you're just giving it, so just highlight the stuff to make sure you go through all the information. Actually, let me show you a product that demonstrates the quality of Cutco. This is amazing. Check this out. And then you go into the all right? So now I want you to transition from here to showing me junk knives. So you just finished telling me the end of that page, and now we roll.
Okay. So, Kathy, most people do have the world's most expensive set of knives, because people pay to replace the knives all the time. So the average knife set is designed to last 2 years. So most households waste a ton of money replacing cheap knives over and over. And you probably know this better than I do, but cheap knives do have a lot of problems. So sets with wood handles are attractive when new, but extremely unsanitary. They absorb liquids, bacteria, grease, germs, and retain odors. In several states, the restaurants aren't even allowed to use them in the back because of sanitation concerns. Sets with plastic handles are usually cheaply constructed, so they
cool. So we go through here. You want to make sure ugly faces, whatever, like you go fine through that. Now, if they have good stuff, what are you saying?
If they have high quality knives.
If you're in a live demo and you're about to start this section, do you still do it the same way?
And they have good knives? No, I don't say I'm sure you know this better than I do, but cheap knives do have a lot of problems. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why they invested in good stuff. They already know. You can always say that.
But yeah. So, but like the only reason, like if they already have Cutco, I kind of like go over this quickly.
Yeah, and if they have like Wusthof and Schön, you say, hey, by the way, you have great stuff. You have some of the top stuff in stores. So just to give you a little knife knowledge, I'm not sure if you already know this by now, but this stuff right here, like, is your most expensive, because you actually have to replace it over and over. So you've got sets with wood; they're disgusting. They absorb everything, and so you just go through it really fast. You're like, they're not sanitary. Carbon, rust and corrode. Again, not sanitary, but it does cut well. Like sets with plastic, they chip, they crack. Like they don't last long. Sets with stainless are they dull easy. A lot of the construction is not properly made, so the stuff that you have, like they have a combination. It's a high carbon stainless steel, so it cuts well and it stays clean. Mm-hmm. And then your handles are really good because they don't absorb moistures and they last a lot longer. Wusthof, some of the best stuff you're going to get in stores, like the top of it's at the top of the in which grades, kind of like BMW, there's like all the different series, but the stuff you have is top of the line, sold in stores. Biggest problems with them, or the biggest issues, one, they're not supposed to be put in the dishwasher, which people still do. They're supposed to be sharpened every time they're used, and usually chefs are the only ones that do them. And the biggest thing is you will replace them. So even if you take care of them really well, within 7 to 10 years, you should replace them. People that are like amazing and sharpen them every time can last 10 years, but regardless, you will replace them. And so let me show you Cutco. And then I'd go into Cutco. So I want to build up, but I just say, hey, biggest thing is they're not meant to be in the dishwasher. They're supposed to be sharpened every time they're used. Most people don't, which means you're replacing them before this time. But if taken care of properly, they should last 7 to 10 years. If you're amazing about sharpening them all the time, they'll last 10 years. Yeah. But regardless, at some point, you will replace them. With Cutco, you never replace. So let me show you Cutco. And now we go to Cutco. Cool? So you want to add that in there. So now go over to Cutco.
All right. Let me show you why Cutco costs what they do. So you notice anything that's different about the handle right here?
Looks nice.
Yeah, so it actually has, that's our universal wedge lock handle, which will fit.
Oh, you'd be giving it to me.
Yeah.
I really see it in the picture, I guess, because you do a lot of virtuals too.
Yeah.
It's comfy. Right.
So it's our universal wedge lock handle, which fits any hand size. The universal design locks your hand into place, increasing control and safety while reducing fatigue. This makes Cutco more expensive, but it is worth it because it is comfortable and safe. The second feature is our Thermo resin handle material, which will never chip, crack, or break. It is an expensive material to use, but it's worth it because it is dishwasher safe and sanitary. The third feature is our full tank construction. Using the extra steel is more expensive, but it is worth it because it creates strength and balance. Then we have the 3 nickel silver rivets that are flush with the handle and make it strong and sanitary. So then we have our fourth feature is our very high grade steel, which is 44A surgical steel. This steel is expensive to use, but it is worth it because it is the best of both worlds. It has high carbon for edge retention.
Now, we just finished cutting the rope, and then how do you transition over to the guarantee?
How do I? I just say, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the forever guarantee.
Okay. So when I finish, I'm like, hey, the biggest reason Cutco costs what it does is the guarantee.
Yeah, I say that. I have it in yellow right
there.
there.
I was asking you. Yeah. All right, so now you go through the guarantee. I'm sure you do a great job. Now I want you to, at the bottom, you just finished telling me about the guarantee. Now I want you to transition to talking about the sets.
This one?
Whatever you do, I want to see. So when you finish the guarantee, where do you go?
I go right here. Right here. So Kathy, you can buy individual pieces, but most customers agree that over the lifetime, sets are a much better value. It's important to have the right tool for the right situation because of safety and efficiency, just like you need the right shoe for the right occasion. So we do have 2 larger set options for customers who love to cook. The complete and family set, but I'm going to, I will show you this set too. But I'm going to start with the pieces in our basic set, which is our most popular. It's the Homemaker Plus 8. It's been around since 1949. It comes with 7 knives, 2 forks, and a spatula. It has the minimum number of tools to do 100% of the jobs in your kitchen as efficiently as possible. It's the best value for your average family, and so it starts with your paring knife. So do you ever cut off the tops of your strawberries, peel your potatoes, peel your apples, anything like that? So this has a long handle that makes peeling and paring very comfortable. You'll use this just...
Okay, I'm going to pause you because I'm not going to listen to your own names, but when you transition here, all right, and you go to this, what you want to do is you want to go from here. And by the way, you could just staple it. You should put this in page protectors so it's like clean.
Yeah.
But regardless, even if you're folding, when you go from here, you want to go to here.
Gotcha.
Okay, you don't want them looking at pieces because do you want to sell pieces?
No.
No, you want to sell sets. So you want to sell sets, you want them looking at what? Sets. So when you're talking about how, hey, you can, but most people buy a set, you want them, oh, look at these sets. The first thing you want them seeing are sets.
Yeah.
You know, because like that's what we want to sell. And then we're going to walk through the pieces in the set. You want them to get sets. Some of the top people don't even show the picture with the pieces. They just talk about them all. And they have them. So you want to go here and say this whole part right here. Okay, right here. Right, and when you say, we have larger sets, you say, this is our complete set. Do not unfold the whole thing. You will not sell a bunch of complete sets.
Okay.
It's overwhelming. And it's
because a lot of people always say, oh my gosh,
exactly.
like what would they do with all of that?
Exactly. So never show it. This is what you show.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's the complete family set.
This is the complete set. No, you can show the signature, the family set. But they'd be like, we have our complete set, which by the way, and I build this up. I go, we have our complete set. These are people who like love to cook, love to entertain, have big families, or they just love to have the best, like you, like your gorgeous house. So some people will buy it because it's like the best of its time, you know? Then we have our signature family set for any family that does like to cook or do basic entertaining. We have our air knife, our small utility, our sandwich maker, our everyday carving, our turning fork, our heavy duty, our chopper, our bread, and our master carving set. And then a couple of the most used for like tougher stuff you're muscling through in the chopping family, cheese knife. Be like, I'm going to go through all these in the scissors. But this is this was requested by customers, and this is our signature family. But these are people who like to cook, entertain, you know, or like they cook at least like 4 to 6 times a week, you know. And then our basic homemaker was designed for people that don't cook. Like this is for anyone who cuts. It was designed in 1949. It's 7 knives, 2 forks, and a spatula. I'm going to walk you through the tools real quick. It was designed to cover all your basic cutting needs for a lifetime. So 7 knives, 2 forks, so you have an air knife. Do you guys ever cut anything in the air like that? You got to keep saying stuff so they say yes. You stopped at 3. So it's like peeling avocados, cutting bananas for cereal. So you want to get more usage. And so they go, oh yeah, I do that. I'm like, cool. That's what you'd use that for. Never on the board. Next tool is your small utility. I'm going to quick demo. I'm going, this is for any air stuff. This is for small slicing and limes, lemons for coronas, tomatoes. Like, oh yeah. I'm like, do you guys ever make sandwiches? Do you ever have peanut butter and jelly? Do you ever do cream cheese? Do you ever have brownies, cakes, lasagnas? They're like, yeah. I'm like, anything in dishes, cut, scoop, serve. You have 1 tool to clean. This right here, do you guys ever have like small roast? Maybe you buy those pre-made ones at like H-E-B that are ready to go, or leftover carving or eggplant, pineapple. I'm like, oh my God, this thing on pineapple, we have to see this. You know, so whether you're showing the virtual or live, I like to show them that. I'm like, this thing's amazing. I'm like, so people buy pre-cut because it's just easier. These are so easy. Like it literally takes you like 60 seconds and you have 3 or 4 times the pineapple of what you just paid for, because that pineapple costs you a couple bucks. You pay like $5 or 4 or 6. It's like a third or a quarter of a pineapple. So you save a lot of money when you buy stuff whole and pre-cut. Do you guys ever make hot dogs, hamburgers, maybe take pickles, cherries, things out of a jar, you know, or carve together? So this right here is 3 times. So you can grab things with it. You can move stuff around, pinch it down. So this is made for picking things up, where this is made to hold things down. So this, like, you want to pick something up, you know, and then you don't have to fight it off. You just turn it. You can use them together or apart. Cool. This right here. Do you ever buy bulk at like Costco? Like my mom buys, like she would buy like Bax chicken wings or
Sam's Club.
Cool. So Sam's Club's cool. So ribs, anything frozen. You can take it out instead of defrosting the whole thing. Boom, separate what you need, put the rest back in there. Separating frozen hot dogs, hamburgers. You can use it for lobster tails. You can use it tough, like a rutabaga. All right. Now I like to use from the signature the Hearty Slicer, because it depends if you want the rutabaga certain slices. This you're just kind of whacking at it. But if you want it certain sizes, the Hearty Slicers made to muscle through tougher jobs. So we make 3 heavy duty knives. This is your most traditional, just boom, like the Aladdin's knife, just whack what you need. We got Big Papa, who's 1.2 pounds. So if you're a hunter, if you do hunting, you have meats that you bring home. It's really nice to have pounding and tenderizing. And then we have the Hardy Slicer, which comes in the 2 larger sets, which is more for muscling through tough jobs. Instead of whacking, it's like muscling through it. So this just comes with the traditional boom, whack it. Then you got your chopper. You ever see the chefs on TV and they're like going at it and you're like, it does not look like that in my kitchen. All right. So this thing is awesome because you know how the chefs are just like, it's made to do that. It actually rocks. And it's really easy when you learn how to do it. Like at first, my mom's like, I don't know how to do that. And she would use like a little knife to like cut everything. She's like, I hate cooking. This knife will make you want to cook more, but it's like, it's so easy. It's like a paper cutter. You leave the front and you just move the back. And then it just chops it really quick. And then I show them how to do it. Like, isn't that awesome? Or if we're doing a virtual, I'm like, you see how she's like chopping up? I'm like, it's so easy and it makes them so much quicker. So especially if you don't like to cook a lot, it gets you in and out of the kitchen so fast, But it's really good to put more like veggies in your food, and that's an easier way to cut it, than trying to use another knife. Lastly, bread knife and the master carving set. So I just want to get through it quick. So like lastly, the bread knife and the master carving set. That's what I do with the customer. Bread knife. Every house needs a bread knife, but it's also really good for cakes. It's good for even ice cream cakes like Cold Stone, Carvel, and it'll go right through it. Like our knives are just magical. And then this guy right here, obviously you're not going to use every single day. Although some people find a lot of different uses. I have my vegetarians who like love this set and use this like all the time. But this is your master carving set. It has the S shape so you can go around the bone. This is to anchor the meat down. When you watch those commercials during Thanksgiving and they're like carving, it's just beautiful. That's what it looks like instead of my house that was like electric carving knife and stuff everywhere. So this is amazing. But I have a lady who's had her homemaker for 10 years and she's a vegetarian. She told me she uses this all the time for melons because she loves when she goes to the farmer's market and gets a bigger melon instead of like the little knife and she's going everywhere. She loves that she can go around it. And because of the S shape, she can gut it out super easy. So she loves that. And she says she uses it all the time on the barbecue and for eggplant and turning, whatever. So she's like, yeah, I use it all the time. She's like, and then a couple times a year or like Thanksgiving, we always have a roast because when we host, because all of our family are not also vegetarians, so we'll have them over as well. So we're almost to closing.
Can I bring Tori back here so she can watch that?
Absolutely. So then, so once this right here, all right. What was I saying? Oh, vegetarian. So she was saying like each month, she's like, whenever we host, we always like have a turkey, even though we don't eat it. So it's just nice to have a carving set anyway. But she's like, but I use it all the time for like this as well. I'm like, oh, cool. She's like, so tell your vegetarian people. And then we have our mighty little table knives. And these are whether you're eating a salad, you're buttering bread, you're cutting through your chicken, whatever you're eating, it's an all-purpose table knife. But it literally is like if a butter knife and a steak knife had a child and put it on steroids. Like that's what it's like. So I'm like, check this out. And then I go and show them the love it.
Yeah.
Cool. So now, once you finish there, do you show them, do you explain more once you finish here?
I was talking to Bill the other day because I don't really know how to sell the bigger sets.
So, cool. So we'll talk about it. Definitely opening the whole thing is not going to sell you sets, and definitely not going to pieces before showing sets will not help you sell bigger sets. But what we just did will. And I say, so that's our traditional, like you have a house, you cook 2 to 4 times a week, you have your basic cutting for, long term. Now, if you like to cook a little bit more, the add-ons are the scissors, which everyone loves the scissors, right? They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, then this has more table knives. You can do table knives or steak knives, all right? It's an upcharge for the steak knives, but either one of those. It has a cheese knife. This thing has 3 holes in here. I can bring that over. This has 3 holes, so it doesn't stick to the block. And then it has a micro double D edge, so it like cuts right through there. It's amazing. And so you should have one of those. If you don't have one, you want to get one and set a contest for that because it is so awesome to have.
Yeah, because that's like, I used one the other day for the first time and I was like, shit.
So good. It's the sharpest I've ever made. It's so amazing. So I like them to use it, but I'm like, this thing is amazing on cheese. But also like I'll use it if I want to make like my own potato chips, or I'll use it with scalloped potatoes or whatever. It's just like, and it just goes right through. It's amazing. This guy's in the chopping family. So we talked about like the dicing and chopping. This is for smaller mincing. So again, this is a family set. So let's say my husband's cutting up onions and stuff, or be like, let's say your husband's, cutting up garlic. And so we'll use this for like garlic, cilantro, ginger, any small that we want to chop up and mince really small. Well, we might be using this to cut a bunch of the like onions and peppers and stuff for the stir fry, So this is in the chopping family. And then this guy that I talked about is in the heavy duty family. So this is the one for muscling, right? So this is the one you whack with, and this is for muscling through tougher jobs. So if you have a tough squash you don't want to just whack it. You want it like, you want to cut it for a dish or certain sizes. This is great because you can muscle through it. Also, if you're doing like ceviche, you can put a couple fish fillets. I do this, and I go and make strips and then turn it and make cubes. I use that also if I do a chicken stir fry for people. I take chicken and I go strips and I turn it and I make cubes. Super easy. So it is awesome. So if you like to cook, you like to entertain, or you cook, more than 4 to 6 times a week, I always recommend this set. And then our complete set, this guy has the basic tools and it has our specialty knives. Cool. So it has the basic homemaker, and then it has the 2 other chopping knives. It has that Big Daddy I told you about. It has a smaller bread knife at the table. It has a cheese knife I told you about. It has a larger air knife that I told you about. And then these 2, this is the boning knife, and this is actually made for deboning, deskinning, butterflying meats. Like if you do skirt steaks, like Puerto Ricans eat skirts like crazy. The fat that's on it, it's so like, it's literally like butter. It's ridiculous. That's my mom's favorite. And then the salmon knife, you can fillet leather with it. I mean, it's so sharp and it's so flexible. That's not just for salmon, but anything you want paper thin slices, whether it's fish or meat, prosciutto, or if you want a carpaccio, absolutely phenomenal. Cool. So again, this set's not for everyone. It's people who love to cook, love to entertain, have big families, or they just love to have the best. Now, if you were considering a set for your home, do you feel that your family, that you guys would want to have the complete set so you have everything? Do you think that the signature family set is a good one for you guys, or would you want just the basic cutting tools? All right, so that's how I show. Okay, so you can go back. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me tell you why so many people choose to invest in sets or whatever. Sorry, I skipped that. So let me tell you about different storage options, and you go right back here. So you're going through this, and then once you go through that, then we dive into here. So go ahead, take over, lady. Is this normally where you are on this page? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Yep.
And then,
by the way, as you go into this, whatever you do, do it live, because I know you do a lot of virtuals.
Yeah.
So when you do your live demos, do it however you do your live demos. So I can give you feedback for your live demos, and then I'll give you feedback for your virtual.
Yeah. So after that, I go here because after the summary, we go right into the Wusthof and Shun.
Correct. So do it in whatever order you do it in.
Okay. So, Kathy, let me review it. So,
okay, I'm going to stop you. Don't go there yet.
Okay.
Go there. Here.
Okay.
Got it? Because what do we want them still thinking about?
Sets.
And if you have them here, what can they get distracted with?
There's nice.
Prices.
Yeah.
Cool. We're not on prices yet. What are we on?
We're on
why sets. You should buy a set, right? So psychologically, you want to keep them where you are. That's why you want to make sure you follow the prompts here. So you are here. And there's a reason, because you're talking about, let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco, and you're reminding them why sets are so great. So you want them looking at the sets. Cool. Gotcha. If you have it in plastic, some of our guys, they have these next to each other. So like this is next to this. They're looking at like the bigger set and the basic set. But regardless, you just want them.
need to deconstruct that.
It doesn't matter. You just want them looking at sets, not at prices yet until we get to prices. All right. Try again.
Okay, so Kathy, let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco. You'll always have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Cutco is guaranteed to last forever, so it would be the last set of knives you'd ever buy. And Cutco saves a lot of money. Most customers who buy Cutco eat out less. So if that saves you $60 a month, that's $720 saved this year. So over 25 years, that's $18,000.
Wow.
I know, pretty amazing. So there are several reasons why so many customers choose sets. Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. Cutco sets have a built-in discount, so it is cheaper. Sets come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. Sets are much safer because they come in a blocker tray, and we have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. So when it comes to high-quality cutlery, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco is top-rated, so we do only compare to the highest quality brands. So I have a price comparison for our top competitors, Wusthof and Shun. Have you heard of those before?
I've heard of Wusthof before.
Awesome. So these are high quality sets that are made overseas and are two of the top selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets which range in price. Wusthof is the most popular, so that's probably why you've heard of it before.
Yeah, I have different seen that.
So the price for this Wusthof set is $3,435. Sometimes you can find it on sale for $2,000. There are some major differences between these brands and Cutco. Woodshop has mostly straight edges, so they do need to be sharpened constantly, which is a hassle, or you do have to pay for them to be professionally sharpened. They are not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty is on manufacturing defects only. And then in comparison, Cutco has our unique wedge lock handle, the exclusive Double D Stay Sharp Edge, and we have our 4-part forever guarantee, including our free sharpening. Cutco owners will tell you that it's 10 times better than any knives they've ever used. Just considering the guarantee and the unique features, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Woodshop. So when something offers twice the quality, twice the value, and lasts you forever, you would expect for the price to be at least what?
Twice?
Yes. So, this is where I need my notebook. Do you mind if I steal my notebook?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm glad you needed it. Actually, I can.
Just give me a, yeah, there you go. Okay. So, at twice the price, you're talking $4,000 for a set of Cutco. But as I said earlier, our homemaker, so this is where I'm going to go back to it. So as I said earlier, our Homemaker Plus 8 is our most popular set. It's perfect for families that cook 2 to 4 times a week. It has 10 basic tools I explained earlier, the 8 table knives, the wood block, and a sharpener for your straight edges. We also have a Homemaker set without table knives. So if you're considering a set of Cutco, would you prefer the set with the table knives?
Yeah.
Awesome. So the great thing is it doesn't cost $4,000. So we can go ahead and scratch that number out. In fact, it doesn't even cost as much as the Woodshop price of $3,435. The Homemaker set is only $1,273 paid in full, which includes shipping, but most of our customers take advantage of the 100% refundable security deposit option, which is only $278 today and includes tax. But we do have our buy now bonus. To where if you buy now, I can give you a matching kitchen tool set or the entertainment pack or the super shears for free. Kathy, I would not be doing my job if I didn't ask you, would you like to try out the Homemaker set today and get your free gifts?
All right. Let's look at your paper. All right. So if somebody doesn't know anything or zoned out, like I just zoned out. By the way, I didn't. I was zoned out. But I'm saying like a mom is like, the kid's over there like hitting the other kid. This was falling on the stairs. Like, and they're like, oh, what time is it? I gotta go pick up Julie. You know, that happens.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. When they look at this, do they know what's going on?
No, they don't.
What is this? What is this to you?
I should have scratched this out.
Yeah, I'm like, what are all?
this.
I would say, what are all these numbers again? Right? Like if I zoned out, let me do the closing for you, and you tell me the difference with the closing. All right. So let's do this thing. I'm gonna do it just like you. Don't be brain.
But it better.
All right, so let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco. You always have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Cutco's guaranteed to last forever, so it'd be the last set of knives you'd ever buy, and Cutco saves a lot of money. Most customers who actually use Cutco eat out less. You know, think about like if a family of 4, like if they just literally save like $60 once a month. All right, like monthly, like didn't go to Chili's or something. I don't know. But if they did that in a year, that's $720 that they actually saved, you know? And if you look at that over 25 years, that's $18,000. That's a pretty awesome vacation, car, you know, like really cool shopping spree. But anyway, it just, you know, people don't even think about how things add up like that, you know? And you're like, I'd never have 18 grand to do something crazy. And it's like that one little thing can save so much, you know? So anyway, several reasons why so many customers choose sets. Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. They actually have a built-in discount, so it's cheaper. They all come with a free cutting board and other free stuff too. And sets are much safer because they do come in a block or in a tray. We do have investment-free monthly, interest-free investment monthly options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. Cool? So when it comes to high quality cutlery, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco's top rated, so we only compare to the best stuff. All right. So have you been to like Williams-Sonoma before, or like Macy's?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of like Wusthof or Schoen before?
I've heard of Schoen.
Okay, awesome. So these right here, like if you go to like Sur La Table, Williams-Sonoma, like they're the best you're gonna get in stores. Cool, top rated. So these are top competitors. They're high quality sets made overseas, and they're two of the top selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets that range in price. So kind of like the BMW has like 1, 3, 5, 7 series, you know, same deal. So you'll find different sets that range in price. Now, the price for this set, this is their top of the line, by the way. This is like their 7 series fully loaded, so it's not going to be cheap. They retail over $3,000, all right? And you can find them on sale, especially like around the holidays. You can find them on sale for about $2,000. Cool, so you'll see that. There are some major differences between us and them, though, all right? So they have mostly straight edges, so they do have to be sharpened constantly, which is a hassle. They're not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty is on manufacturing defects only. In comparison, Cutco has the universal wedge lock handle, the exclusive double DH Stay Sharp edge, and we have the 4-part guarantee, which guarantees the free sharpening too. Cool. So Cutco owners like my mom, Miss Smith, one of the ladies from my church had them like 40 years. Like they'll all tell you it's like 10 times better than any knives they've ever used. And just considering the guarantee and the unique features, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Wusthof. Well, when something offers twice the quality and value and it lasts forever, you would expect it to be at least twice the price. And at twice the price, even if we just use the sale price, you'd be talking over $4,000, all right, for a basic set. So it's kind of like buying like a really nice refrigerator or buying like a really nice set of tools, you know. So anyway, so this right here, this set I showed you earlier, is our Homemaker Plus 8, and it's our most popular. It's perfect for families that cook 2 to 4 times a week. It has the 10 basic tools I explained earlier. It has the 8 table knives in the block. It has a sharpener for the straight edges. We also have it without table knives. So some people like to do like the steak knives, or they like to do the stainless instead, while others do both. Like they'll get these for every day and then they'll add steak knives or add stainless. So everyone's different. But if you were considering a set of Cutco, would you prefer it with the table knives or with the steak knives? Steak. Okay, they're pretty awesome. Now, let's see here. So great thing, by the way, is that it doesn't cost $4,000. None of our sets do, actually. As a matter of fact, they're not even as much as these here, which do retail for over $3,000. Our basic homemaker set with the 8 table knives is actually only $1,273. Cool. So everything is like 20 or 30% cheaper, if not more, than what you're getting in stores. And that's, again, because we're not in stores. So you could pay for it in full. Most people didn't put away a couple grand waiting for the knife girl. So what most of our customers will do is take advantage of our 5-month interest-free investment option, which is only $278 today. All right. And I know you use the deposit, so I'm going to put that. So I'm like, let me do it normal, and then I'll do it for you how I do it. So this is only $278 today, and that does include tax. All right. Now we have something called a buy now bonus, and a buy now bonus is basically where you can get free stuff. All right. If you got this today. So if you wanted to get that, you could actually pick out the like the kitchen tool set that you saw, the entertainer pack, or the scissors as a free gift. Cool. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, do you want to go ahead and try that set and get your free stuff? Yeah. All right. They rarely say yes right away.
Yeah.
And if they do, I'm selling them a complete set. All right. They usually stay a little more quiet. All right.
Very quiet.
So what do you, and by the way, if I'm closing with a deposit program that all right. So this is something we teach in like advanced training is basically this part that's bolded is just being replaced with 100% refundable deposit. It's a different way of explaining the 5K. All right. So let me just do that again. So we're here. So I'm like, so the great thing is that it doesn't cost $4,000, although it would be if it was sold in stores. As a matter of fact, it's not even as much as these here, which do retail over $3,000. All right. Actually, our homemaker set is only $12.73. Cool. So you could pay for it in full, but I'm assuming you didn't, put aside a couple grand waiting for the knife girl. So most people use our deposit program. And so what our deposit program is, it lets you put down 100% refundable security deposit. And this deposit is for 20% of any set you want to try. Cool. And it gives you a chance to just try it for 3 weeks and just see how you like it. All right. So the deposit for this one would come out to $278. And like I said, that's 100% refundable. So you'll get it, use it, abuse it, make sure you love it. And Allie, worst case, send it back. You got 100% of your money back. Cool. So literally you have Cutco for free. That's not going to happen. You're going to love it because this stuff is amazing. So you can call and pay the whole thing off, or some people use our Easy Pay. And it's 5 payments and it's interest free. Cool. So we have something called a buy now bonus, and basically it's a reason to buy now versus later. And so it's an incentive and a thank you for getting it today. If you guys wanted to get that today, I could actually purchase up to $150 in free gifts for you. So whether you wanted to get like a fishing knife and pocket knife, you wanted the kitchen tools, you wanted the entertainer pad, you want the scissors and like a peeler, that's a thank you from me for getting it today versus later. Cool? Cool. So I wouldn't be, and so I'll put, because here you can do 125 or 150, but I just always told them, yeah, 125 and free gifts. All right. So that is, again, buy now bonus. So yeah, so I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, do you guys want to go ahead and try this set out and get your free stuff? All right. Now, why do I want to have all this written down?
So they can sit there and look at it?
Because most people don't say yes right away. Most people go, I wasn't planning on getting anything, but And now they're thinking, am I going to use it at all? And what are they looking at? Well, it's 100% refundable. I give them $278 to try it. I'm not losing anything. And then it also says what?
Buy now bonus.
Yeah, and they're like, well, if we get it today versus waiting, we also get $125 of like gifts.
Sounds like pretty good.
All right, exactly. So you're going to get more sales that way. All right. And then, so that's what I always offered was like 125. And then if we do a trade-in special, so we have something called a trade-in, and we'll tell you about this on the phone and we'll teach you next week. But if somebody wants to trade in some of their like old stuff, give it to charity, donate old stuff, or just, any old stuff they want to get rid of, that it all goes to charity. So we recycle it, or if we can reuse it, it's going to get reused. They could actually get, I don't know if they can get about a 10% discount. So if they donate, they can get about a 10% discount, and I'll get them the price on it. Or they can get 20% in free gifts. I'm like, so basically, you could pick out whatever the deposit is. That's what they can get. I'm like, so you could pick out $278 in free gifts of whatever you wanted. So that is if you donate. So if they're thinking, oh, I don't know, or whatever. I'm like, well, hey, we have a thing called a trade-in. You know how you trade in a car at a dealership and you get credit? I'm like, if you donate some of your stuff, it all goes to charity. If it's crappy, they'll recycle it. They can reuse it, they will. If it's nice stuff, you go better, it's gonna help the family out. You're gonna replace your stuff.
So how long do you wait until you say that?
Until they say, oh, I don't know if we can do it right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, if they're quiet or they're thinking, and I'm like, they're like, if they're not sure, I'm like, is it a price thing? Or is it more than you wanted to spend right now? Or is it more knives you want to start with? Or is it a price thing or is it a piece thing? Or I like to say, are you not sure which color? You're not sure which set?
Yeah, I watched your live demo.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, I'm just not sure. And they'll say whatever. And I'm like, okay. They're like, I don't know if we need all that right now. So if they say, I don't know if we can do all that right now. I don't know if we need all that right now. That's where I'm like, well, hey, if you like that set, just so you know, we have a trade-in special. I said, and this is, the bigger, the more of the larger sets the company sells, obviously the more we can donate. And like we do a lot of things for charity. So this right here, we have something called a trade-in. We can trade in your old stuff. And I write it down. I'm like, and so for donating, you can get a 10% discount on what you're purchasing. So you get like $125 off, or you could pick out 20% in free items. You could pick out like stuff from back here that we have, which I didn't even get to show you all this yet. I like to show everything before I close, so yeah, some stuff. But we have, here we go. We got steak knife sets. We got those table knives in stainless. We have all the different gadgets. You can pick out some of the gadgets. These, by the way, are military grade. This is a replica of the U.S. Marine Corps knife that protects our country. We have our fishing knife. This thing's ridiculous. Do you have one of these?
No.
Have you not ordered your faster prizes?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'm going to order this right now for you.
because I didn't even know that I was like someone. I think it was Kevin who was like, "Have you gotten your homemaker yet?" And I was like, "What? No."
Yeah, we got to get you all your prizes. So you'll get some of the stuff, so you can have it to show. But this is awesome. You're gonna get the stainless dinner fork, ice cream scoop, fishing knife, the rest of the homemaker, hunting pack, which is the drop point, and one of the pocket knives. You get the gadget, pizza cutter, can opener, and cheese knife, and you get all of it.
Yeah.
And then you have the night out.
Well, yeah, the one.
We're not doing a limo this year, so that, but we're taking a limo in the future.
Yeah. I'm leaving. I can't go eat.
Not eating.
No.
Who's eating? They're going to eat?
They're going to eat.
Oh, we are going to play a little game here in a second. We're just wrapping up here. But you guys do whatever. Okay. So anyway, so I'll get all your stuff ordered. But then once you finish there, how do you transition? Hold on. Billy, did you guys test them all already? Billy, I thought we were starting the skills check game now.
We are.
Oh,
Should she come home at 6:30 on Saturday?
yes.
Thank you.
Did we do her skills checks and stuff already?
Well, I was on the phone with Randy. I just
don't
wanted.
know how to do what I've said.
Okay.
So,
So, I know. It's 9:05. We're just wrapping up to go over there. I didn't know that everybody was all done already.
yeah, they're trying to bounce. We don't enforce team night when you're not here.
Okay. So can you give me a second so I can ask for Rex, or we can do it over there? Just do it over there.
Let's do that.
All right. So let's go do
Bring
Rex
stuff.
over there.
We bring everything.
Yeah, this one's yours, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it real quick so I can see Rex. Even if there's no game, we can still be testing everybody.
For every word?
For every word you
Everyone's getting tested. No one's leaving before testing. That was happening tonight. So let's see here. All right. Ask me for Rex.
Oh.
You can give me calls over there. Sorry. Assistant managers, help test people. Some are still making calls.
Before you text me and ask me if you make barbecue.
With the book, yes. With the book, with the sponsorship, all that.
Yeah, you missed
Yup,
3 words.
30 push-ups.
You
Go.
missed 3 words.
Go. All right.
What words did I miss? I messed up on the
Go.
last one. You also
Yeah,
said
well
something
then you
different.
can.
I said only twice, didn't I?
Okay. So how'd you like my demo?
I want to see it with the rec binder and everything. Oh, you did great.
Dude, you want me to take my rec binder and everything?
Just have them do it for you live so you
I
can see
was
it.
taking mine, so it's out of
Go.
your way. If you want to.
So you thought,
How many
okay,
calls I
so
made today?
here's where you can really help me out. I get paid every single time I show Cutco, but I can only show it to people I've been personally recommended to. So what I need you to do is while I'm cleaning up, just jot down 200 to 300 people who you think would be nice enough to help me out. I'm not looking for people who you think would buy.
I want you to do your rec approach for me after your push-ups with your blue book and your rec binder here, okay?
So I gotta do more push-ups after that?
No, hopefully you do it properly, but go ahead and do your push-ups, all right? Go.
Just nice enough people who you think would be willing to look. So here's a pen and a piece of paper.
Uh-huh.
I thank you so much. So if you get 10, then recommendations, you'll become a sponsor. And if you give me 20, you'll become a double sponsor. And if I get 50, I actually get a free piece of Cutco from my manager. Super awesome. So just anybody that it's your neighbor, kids, that moms you know, just anybody and everybody. Like I said, not anybody that you think are willing to buy, just nice enough to hear me out, help me work towards that All-American scholarship I'm working super hard toward. So I'll just go ahead and clean up here and I'll leave you to it. Is it bad? That was
Your demeanor completely changes. You're a different person, first of all. All right. You're gonna do it over here because I want to see it.
You ready for some push-ups? Cass said that you're not leaving until you get checked.
I was just about to start my
so
rec.
bad.
You did check
She wanted to slap me.
Better pull it out.
I love my hair.
who might be nice enough to help you. I'm not looking for people who you think is vibes. They're just nice people like you and it's
Anyway.
Give me back.
I can't even do it.
Like, I'm about to go more. There is no way. I've watched you get down like a second ago.
Should we try more?
That was bad. How far are those in there?
But no, I was listening
Go.
to the live stream.
All right, let's go. I want to see you. Let's watch and see if he gets it, and then I'll do it. All right?
Wait, so what do you mean by
Joseph,
good
I'm gonna watch. Your energy changes when you're asking for Rex. You're like hoping you go from this confident, strong, badass to this like little wussy girl who's like hoping she's gonna get Rex. 1000%. That's one of the reasons. There's more. Let's watch him. Where's your blue book? You want to come watch
Oh,
this
you want
too.
the blue book too?
Yeah, I want you. We're in a demo. I want you to show me how you do it. I want to see if you do it right. By the way, I need assistance. 2 stations, 2 of you checking Rex. They need to do it with the book, with the blue book. 2 stations, checking closing. They mess it up, push-ups, squats, whatever they got to do, and then they got to do it again until they get it right. Let's go. I want to see them do it right. They can use their manual if they need to, but they need to do it right. They need to execute it properly. All right? Let's go. Okay, so you just finished closing me. All right?
Finish closing me on the signature set.
Great.
Yeah, just letting you know.
All right. You should go field training with me. Go. And then after I bought the signature, what am I getting now? What's happening?
So after you bought the signature, so
Hold on. I want you. Oh, she's doing. I was gonna start to come watch this, but watch and then we'll quiz you. Yeah, because this he from the beginning is good. Go.
Okay, so here's where you can really help me out. I get paid just to show.
So wait. I just bought the signature set. I said, yeah, I'm gonna buy the signature. And then what happened? What happened from? Do you start writing the order? What are you doing from I just bought the signature?
As I'm writing this order up, I actually have one more small favor. Here's where you can really help me out. I only get paid to show Cutco, but I can only show it to people that I've been personally recommended to. So what I would need you to do while I'm writing this order form up and cleaning everything up is to actually jot down about 300 people who would be nice enough to help me out.
200 to 300?
No, I'm just kidding. It's about 20 to 30 people. And as you can see, Jessica's actually a 9-time sponsor. She wrote down about 90 names. Tanya was a 4-time sponsor, so people actually sit there and give them the names. But I'm also not looking for anybody who would just buy. I'm looking for people. I'm just looking for people not nice enough. I'm just looking for nice people like you who are willing to take a look. And how the sponsorship works is actually for every 10 names you become a sponsor. So 20 would be a double, 30 would be a triple. Once you hit 10, I really appreciate that. 20, you'll be amazing. But 30, you'll go in my favorite book. 30, you'll go in my favorite book. And for every 50 sponsors, I actually get a free piece of Cutco from my manager. And then I hand.
Cool. Watch me do it and tell me how you can take it higher. Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready. Give me your books so I can show you what this looks like. All right. Yo, everybody pause and come around the table right now. Come over here. Let's do it. Who's this? Don't say. Whose is this?
I know the last one. That's people. It's in the sponsor.
Okay. Where's your blue book? Here? Let me see. Okay. So this, all right. And this is just, you just haven't worked the whole month of January?
I just haven't written them down.
You haven't written them down. You need to write them down. Remember when you were writing them down, how you got more?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, so a couple of things. Like yours has nothing on it. From when Joseph came into training, he had these filled out. It makes a difference having it and being able to point to stuff. All right, but I want you to see. So in the beginning, you're going through. So when you guys are testing them, this is what it needs to look like. All right. So one, do they have names on here? I was just going to ask managers. All managers, do you guys see an issue here? This is Allie's book, all right? So first issue is here. What's the first issue here?
There's no signatures.
No signatures. What's here? Okay, so by the way, you guys were coaching her. She was in the office almost every single day for 2 weeks. Cool? I just want to show you an area of opportunity here. So this is important, all right? So I'm coaching reps as I'm coaching 7 new offices that are in here, okay? So this is not okay.
We have this. Is there another area of opportunity?
No, sir.
She's not using this. This should have been known by the second day. When he walked into AT, I'm like, let me see this right away. I was like, let me see it. Go, okay, good. Now do it for me. And he did a really good job. All right. But if there's no signatures, 100% they're not asking for recs properly. Got it? Even if they know the words, they're not asking for a rec. They're not explaining the sponsorship properly. So they're not maximizing the amount of recommendations they get. Everyone understand that? So I know that immediately. That's an immediate diagnosis. You know, like you're a doctor and you look and you're like, oh, white things on the throat. That means you got, you know, whatever. The moment you open this, without them saying a word, if it's empty, they're not asking for recs properly. I already know that. And then we'll go from there. All right. So anyway, so his was good. When I skills checked him this first time, I just skills her, and he was on day 3. She's on week 3, and there's nothing. That's very scary. If you guys do that this summer, you're gonna be in a really tough spot. You guys will not get lucky with alleys all the time. You know, she is a unicorn, and her mother is an ass kicker, and they have a lot of people, and she's been in FFA, and she's been only able to last this long because of how connected she is. She's involved with church. She's involved with a lot of things, but you know what? She should have right now over 1,000 recommendations. So we have not done our job properly to set her up for success because this wasn't set up week 1. Got it? So I say this to all the managers and to reps who are in here. This is your business. This is your life. Like, she's out of gas right now. She even told me tonight, she was like, having no people to call. No wonder. All right. So, and I'll give you some feedback on Alex, so you guys all know this here in a second, and then we're going to test everybody. So let me go to what it should look like. All right. So I go through the demo. So in the beginning, you know, I share my goals. And when I get here, I go, oh, by the way, Ms. Jones, this is actually a free way you can help me out. It does not cost you a thing. There's your friend, Jessica, actually. And there's actually, you know who did something? And they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'll show you how to be a sponsor later. And you do your stuff. All right. Once we finish, and that's why I said, where do you go when you sold me your signature? You should be going back to the beginning. And you go, oh, Ms. Jones, and this is more advanced that they have goal sheets, which we want to make sure they all have goal sheets, and we can do that next week. Next week, we're going to all work on goal sheets and stuff here. So plan on team night is get your books properly, order in some pizza, and then you guys got it done. You want to play a water pong tournament, go for it. But we need to get you set up. That's why I wanted to do the skills tonight. We need to get set up for success. You will not maximize your spring. You will not break records if you don't have your stuff down. Cool? So I finish up and I go, oh, so thank you so much for helping me out towards my scholarship. Again, so excited. I always like them to sign goals. And this is the workshop I did for you guys 2 weeks ago. Didn't I do this? We recorded it. There was a bunch of you guys here of how to show the goal sheet. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is my demo goal, and I have them sign it, and I have them do that. And then I say, so here's my sponsorship. So as you know, I get paid every time I show Cutco. I can only call people that I've been personally recommended to. So what I need you to do while I clean this mess is to jot down like 200 to 300 people who might be nice enough to help me out. I'm just kidding. 20, 30 is fine. And I'm not looking for anyone you think would buy, just anyone super nice like you to take a look. And so here's how my sponsorship works. When I get 50 sponsors, I get a $150 award. Cool? All you have to do to be a sponsor is jot down 10 names. So if you fill out, like for instance, Jessica, she actually filled out 3 sheets for me. So she was a 9-time sponsor. That's why she signed 9 times there. You fill out, like Tanya, she filled out like 1.5. She got me at least over 40. So she signed 4 times there. 20 is 2 times, you know, but even if you only got to 10, you still signed once. And when I get all 50 signatures, that's when I get the $150 award. Cool? So I'm going to give you a couple sheets. Yeah, if you fill out 2 sheets, you go into my favorite customer book. If you only fill out 1, no, I'm just kidding. But here's a couple of blank sheets there. Is it cool if I use a sync? And then I go click. All right? That's what it should look like. So as you guys are quizzing people, do they know how to maneuver that? Well, 1, do they know their freaking approach? That's step 1, right? But I also want to make sure they're explaining the sponsorship properly, and they're confident with how to explain that, okay? So that's what we should be checking in AT. That's what we're checking, all right? Are they asking, and are they using the sponsorship? Because when you're using the sponsorship, you get more people. Fact, Adam Hermenes this summer had no idea what the heck the sponsorship was. He left with this book because he paid $5 in training to have a pre-set up binder. He goes to his demos. So he comes back to AT. By the way, every demo was like sponsored, double sponsored, triple sponsored, like almost, I don't think he had one his first weekend that wasn't. Maybe he had one, but he came back with like almost 200 recommendations, okay, from his first weekend. I said, great job. And I looked, I'm like, oh man, you're doing a great job with the sponsorship. And he goes, can I be honest? I said, well, he goes, I don't know what the sponsorship is. And I started laughing. I go, then how are you getting sponsors? He goes, oh, I just told him to pick one of the lines. Literally, that's what he said to me. He's like, I just told him, like, just go to one of the lines. But it's the whole point of, like, people have a target. They have somewhere they're going. And so that's why you want to have them mark targets, but then are you helping get them to that next level? So he was explaining the solution in his own way. He's like, get to one of the lines, you know, and they did. But we have that there for a reason. But are you asking the right way, all right? So you can maximize. So with Allie, and I'll tell you guys, in managers, things to check for is really important, is what happens is sometimes the demeanor totally changes, okay, completely. So she was, you can watch the demo. This is all being recorded, by the way. You can watch the beginning. We walked through different tips and stuff. But what happened, she's like, oh, da, 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 and I'm an FFA, and I'm this. She's like super strong and confident and outgoing and great, and even closing, she's doing great. And then she's like, so, and she goes to ask for Rex. I was like, who the hell is this? You know, like totally different demeanor, not strong, not confident, not expecting it, like hoping, wishing. You could feel this like weaker, like, oh, I want you to, you know, like you could feel that. Your customers can feel that, by the way, because when your energy switches like that, they can feel it. So at the end, that needs to be the most exciting part. Like, oh, there's a free way you can help me out, right? So can everybody help with that? Of course they can. Everyone can help. That's, you should be excited for them, and they should be like, oh, heck yeah, I can do that free. You know, even if they didn't buy, or if they did buy, I'm like, oh, one more thing. I'm like, don't worry, I can get you some free Cutco. All right. And you go through there, sign your, you know, your contest and what you're doing, and go into that. If you missed that of how to use a sponsorship, go to my YouTube page, or if someone can post it in the group so you guys can rewatch it. But that, having a goals sheet is huge, all right? So next week, you want to bring cage protectors or bring $5 with you so we can fix up your book and make sure your goals, the front looks good with your goals and your sheets and the thermometer, you know, your scholarship brochure, and just make sure that looks really good, all right? But there's a reason we wanted to do this tonight, and I need to make sure for you guys, as we're going through stuff, that if you ever have questions, if you're ever not sure of something, even before, like the game, no one knew what the game was, come ask me. You know, like I want everybody being able, and the whole point is, we call it a game so that it's like, oh, it's fun. No, you're getting skills check. And if you don't know it, you're going to do push-ups, and then you're going to do it again until you have it down. We just want to make sure, so let's work out your skills, but you got to get your stuff down. This is your money. This is your scholarships. These are your opportunities. These are your internships. And these are the lives that you're freaking changing from other people, you know? And if they don't have their stuff down, they're gone. And they could have taken advantage of so much in our business, but because we didn't do our job properly to set them up for success, you know, they lost a great opportunity. I've seen so many sharp people leave because they have no one to see anymore. And I'm like, what? How do you have no one to see? We average 10 per appointment on, like, if you're okay, if you're great, my top guys all average over 20, you know? And by the way, Billy was this person. Billy, we could have lost him this summer. He would have not won a scholarship. He'd have been struggling real hard. His first week, it was bad. And I was like, do your demos again. I'm like, he's like, I'm doing what you told me. I'm like, no, you're not. And by the way, he got the words down. Like by his second week or third week, I don't know if it was second or third week.
Set me down like day 6.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying then again, when you came in and we did it over there again, and I was like, do it for me again in the interview room. And I was like, you're not doing it properly. And I like showed him. And after that is when he got 30 recs on his next one and got whatever. I was cleaning the interview room and I was like, do it for me, you know, and I came over. So regardless, he didn't have, like, every time he's like, oh, no, I'm doing it. He got the words down, and I was like, no. And I remember he came to complain to me, and I was cleaning the interview room, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm doing, and I'm like, no, you're not. He's like, I'm like, because if you are, you're getting reps. It's plain and simple. If you are, you're getting reps. I go, you're not. I go, if you want me to be real with you, you're not. I go, ask me. And we're like doing stuff, and then we came back over here to walk through, and I'm like, and he got it down. His next demo, he got 30, and the rest was history. He was always getting 30, 20, like a bad demo, he get 10. You know, once in a while you get someone that's like, they had a weird thing, but like he got a lot of recs the rest of the summer. I would say, I haven't looked at your numbers, but you had to have average at least 15. I think you average over 20.
It's like closer to 25. But what you had told me was like, Billy, you're weird when you ask.
Mm-hmm.
My demeanor changed.
Yep. That was his, he had the words down, but I'm like, no, like you can feel your energy shift. And that's something you look at. Because I remember Angie Gonzalez, one of my girls, she was an assistant manager. Amazing, super outgoing, great. And then she's like, no one's giving me recs. Like, I'm doing what you told me. And I'm like, no, you're not. She's like, no, I am. Like, let me, and she told me the words really fast. I go, pretend I'm your customer, do it for me. I go, you just sold me, transition. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, do it like if I'm your customer. I'm like, so we just closed. Okay, I'm going to get that. All right. She's like, okay, well. And then she goes, and I was like, who the hell are you right now? Like, who is this person? Like, this other person has been talking to me, and all of a sudden I have this weak, like unconfident, wussy person in front of me. Like, yeah, and that was Billy. It was like, it was just awkward. It was weird. I was like, why are you stuck? Because, and it was the same thing. He was kind of like stuttering a little bit, like afraid to ask, like, oh, you know, maybe, and I'm like, what? And he's like, Mr. Talkative, super like, oh, yeah, facts for days. And then all of a sudden, I'm just saying, like, and then he gets to Rex, and he's like, I lost for words, and like, kind of like, and I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? Your customer feels that. They feel something off. And so that makes them feel weird. Do you think they're going to give you Rex? No, hell no. I'm not going to recommend it to my friends. I don't know what warping just happened in front of me, but I'm not recommending it to my friends. So you need to understand that they feel your energy. So when I get to the end, and I was taught this, by the way, you know, when you get to Rex, like, oh, like, or I like the signing thing. I learned that by the way, I learned that second month on the job was that thermometer thing. I learned it at SE1 at late night. And I love that thing. But regardless, at the end, it's getting excited of like, oh, thanks for my goal, like sign my scholarship goal, you know, or in the beginning, I had them actually just sign my scholarship brochure. That's what it should look like. Okay. So this right here, every time, and you guys will have one, and we have a bunch of them. If you didn't get one the night of the workshop, you need to decorate this. Put your goals on here, why you're doing it. But every time someone's purchasing, they're signing. Every demo you do, I don't know why these are all skipped. It should be going in order. I tell them where to sign. Here, sign in the next one, because I want to fill them in. But regardless, so it's like a thermometer as well of signatures. But this right here, every time at the end, I'm like, oh, hey, when we finish closing the sale, hey, do you remember in the beginning, I'm like, thank you so much for helping me do an appointment. Here, go ahead and sign. Put your initials in the box for helping me go one step closer. Okay, awesome. And then if they bought, I fill in how much. If it was a lot, then I go here and they can put their name in here, you know. If it was a little bit, I'll like literally put a line. I'm like, go ahead and sign anywhere. And like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm like, no, you helped me get one step closer. And then by the way, this right here, free way to help me out. So I get paid every time I show, and then you go into that. Cool. So really important. We want to make sure, again, you guys are set up properly. So these, you guys want to get these decorated. Cool. If you need one, we'll give you one right now. But I don't want to work on that right now. Right now, we need the words down and how you show it properly. And so that's what I want to see from everybody. All right. And that's what we're testing.